Hello everybody and welcome to the Lab Cabin. Hey, how are you doing? This is our first time being on video, so you get to see our wonderful faces and get to see Cordell playing on the damn phone all the time. Anyway, I'm Ray Belcher. This is the Lab Cabin. Welcome Mr. Cordell McCarthy.
Woo! I was not ready. Sorry, guys.
That's alright, man. First time for everything. How the hell are you? How you doing?
I'm good. You know, latest and greatest. Got to see WizardCon yesterday.
Woo!
Very exciting.
Here's the thing about this show. There's me, the person that wants to go to all these things, would like love to set up something to see all this stuff. I never get to go. Dez, he's one of the people that never tells me. He's like, oh, I want to go see a wrestling match. I would love to see a fucking wrestling. I never get to see a wrestling match, anything like that. Cordell goes to WizardCon.
Listen,
He didn't know. He didn't even know.
Yeah, I didn't even know what was happening.
I'd love to go to WizardCon.
I have a friend who won some tickets. Shout out to Fox 28. He called him on a Friday. He called and told me Saturday morning at 7:30 because he knew I would be up early. He said, "Hey, I got these tickets to this festival." I didn't even really ask what it was. I'm like, I don't care. Fuck, whatever. I get dressed. We're up there at actually 9:45, and I just see Sasuke Uchiha from Naruto. I see Great Saiyan Man. I start to see all this, so I figured out, I'm like, oh my god, this is Comic-Con. But they were calling it WizardCon, so to speak. So it was just a lot of dope stuff, a lot of good tournaments there. A Super Smash Brothers tournament, there was a Tekken tournament, there was a football, it didn't look like Madden though, it was something else. But they actually had some of the old systems too.
Oh,
so they had like Nintendo 64, they had Sega. Dude brought out a Sega. There was a Ninja Turtle game. It wasn't the regular Ninja Turtle, but it was something about the escape from. You don't know. It was dope.
Escape from New York?
No, it was something. I want to say like casino or museum or something.
Excuse us while we nerd out real quick.
Yeah.
There's only now. You said it was a Sega game.
It wasn't the regular one. I know that one, but it was a different one.
Well, I'll remember it later.
It was dope. So there was a live band. There was like 2 or 3 bands that I paid attention to that were.
Do you know the names of them by chance?
No, I would shout y'all out. I was like honestly just in awe with it because there was so many big asses there and like dressed up. It was nice. Like if you were single or whatever you were going through, it was some sights to see.
Right.
Like it was crazy.
Now see, that's my thing. If something like this comes along and it doesn't get a lot of airplay, I know that if people hear about this nerd stuff, they try and get on board with the whole, oh, I'm a nerd too type thing. So, as far as like black people and women, because black people usually, you won't hear about them talk about being nerds openly until like we express to each other like, hey, I'm a nerd too.
Yeah.
But and women, they don't really generally, so how was that? Was it like a great amount?
It was a beautiful thing because there was a lot of black people there. There was a lot of women there, and women dressed up, and they weren't just. Sometimes you do the Hollywood or the costume horror stuff.
Right.
They were like really in character. Like this one girl was dressed up like the Statue of Liberty. She stood there for like 2 hours. Nobody knew it was a real person, and then she started walking. Wow. It was fucking scary. She literally was up there like this, and then like somebody had said her name, and then like she started moving, so everybody kind of freaked out by it because this chick didn't move.
Right.
So then there was a girl. She was dressed up like that's a really cool costume. She was like a nickel or something. And so she also didn't move. Yeah.
So you just thought it was...
Yeah, like, because you're like walking around the whole... It's a big, the Columbus Convention Center. It's the bomb. They're actually adding to it. It's going to be the bomb. But anyway, she was another one. She started moving like anybody you can think of. Mega Man was there.
Right.
What was his name? Baymax. The big one from the Big Hero.
Mm-hmm. Big Hero 6.
Yeah. They were there. Max. Goku... Dragon Ball, but to answer your question, there was a lot of black people there, which was beautiful. There was a lot of women there.
And you said they weren't in there, which superhero horror do you want to be this year?
You know about Inuyasha, like you would have to know about some of these characters. Oh, okay, you're Sakura, you know what I'm saying?
So there was like a decent amount of anime, video game.
It was mostly anime.
Like,
honestly, it was mostly.
I think people go for the anime dress up more. It's a little bit more like you can make it at home.
Yeah,
a little bit easier. I think it's just an easier thing to go with. Yeah, I just always wanted to go to Comic-Con. So you said we talked a little bit off camera earlier. You said the Speed Racer car was there.
Oh my god! All right, so I didn't have my nerd moment. I was really trying to be cool because, like I said, he said it was a festival. So I showed up. I had a button down on, and like once I started seeing everybody in their costumes, and then shout out to Billy Frank. Billy Frank is the guy who won the tickets. I still have my wristband on. It's a 2-day. I might actually, look it up. But I literally didn't have a oh my god moment until I saw the fucking Speed Racer car, and the Speed Racer car is badass. But then they had that there. They had the Impala from what's the show? Supernatural. They had so many celebrities there. The guy who played Darth Maul was there. He had the longest line. Lou Ferrigno was there.
Sweet.
A lot of, I don't know if y'all know them. I can't think of his name. I want to call him Miles. He played Miles on Soul Food. He's in a new show. My homeboy, he was like up to everything. Like he was like nerding out. Like, oh my god, that guy. Thomas Ian, they had the dude who played in a Rookie of the Year. He was also in American Pie. There's a lot of chicks there, but I don't watch a lot of the shows, so it didn't hit me like it was hitting everybody. But you were like literally hearing like people freak out,
right?
And the lines were crazy. So
they always are.
My cheap ass, I'm not gonna lie to you. Like instead of me walking up and getting my autograph and paying for photos, I was literally walking up to people like. So that's pretty much what I did. I wasn't paying for shit,
right?
But only thing I had to pay for was parking. So once again, shout out to Billy Frank. Had no idea this was going on. That was dope.
Yeah, it was not public.
And
like
it
wasn't.
They didn't say anything about it, but they had like vendors, like Subway was there. They were serving alcohol, which was smart.
Definitely.
They made some money.
To get towed up.
Listen, man, I got there, like I said, first thing in the morning. It was like 9:45ish when I pulled up. And,
wow.
Nerding out early. I was on the 5th floor of the garage, and it was completely filled, so you had to pay $10. So think about all the cars there and all the vendors, all the merchandise, like
food.
They made some money up there. So, and then, like you said, they should have. Now, granted, I'm not gonna watch. I don't watch TV like that, so I probably wouldn't have known. But I didn't hear about it either. Like I had no idea.
The first time I heard about it, I was sitting down watching YouTube, and then just out of the blue, it was like Convention Center, and I just didn't think it was Columbus Convention Center.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't think about it. Then one of my friends had hit me up on Facebook in my inbox and was like, "Hey man, are you going to the Comic-Con?" And I was like, "No, that's like in far away. I'm not going there. That's ridiculous." And he was like, "No, this here in Columbus is at the Convention Center. It's going to be called WizardCon, but it's just going to be Comic-Con, obviously." And I'm like, I would go, but I'm going to be out of town, and things happen. I didn't end up going out of town. I'm actually here now, but for better or worse. But I really wanted to go. I would have went. I think it was like $50 or something like that. So it wasn't cheap. Yeah. And then, like you said, they had Artist Alley or Deviant Alley or something like that.
They had I forget. I should have.
That would have been my main.
I blew
right there.
The guy, because I didn't know that there was a Green Lantern. His name starts with a D. It was a Black Rider.
Yeah.
Okay, he was there.
Oh,
and
okay.
like all the brothers start going crazy. Like, and then my friend who was with me, he was like, "That's my favorite author of the Green Lantern." And he was like dope. Like I shook hands with him. I didn't know. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know who it was, but I just was like, "Hey, everybody's."
Said you were cool.
Everybody's kissing your ass. So, we dapped up, but it was a lot of brothers there. So like, it was a beautiful thing because it was a melting pot of people. It wasn't just white kids, or it wasn't like a sprinkle here, black people. Like it was like pretty mixed and diverse. And so I'm hoping with yesterday, I think it started Friday. I don't know, but that they do bring the Comic-Con and where we can start to see the previews. Me and Ray talked about this a while ago.
Yeah.
If they bring that here, because like I know they did well
every single time. I want to see the previews, just like I want to see the trailers, just like everybody else.
Yeah.
I want to go crazy in that crowd.
Yeah.
And people are like, "Why would you pay for that?" And I'm like, the same reason you would pay to go to a Nickelback concert, the same reason you would pay to go to a little Jay-Z concert or whatever. It's that feeling you get when you're around like-minded people that are enjoying the same thing you're enjoying. And you're like, hey, this is me. This is where I'm at. So my thing with that is find out what you like and surround yourself with people that like the same thing you do. You don't have to kiss anybody's ass or be on, that whole, we're best of best friends just because we like the same thing. But just you'll really enjoy yourself if you're around people that, like what you like.
Yeah.
So,
it was dope.
I can't wait until the next one. Did they have any when the next ones were? Or?
They might have. I think I was honestly just taken back because like literally, I rolled over and then he was like, "Yo," and then he hit me, and I came there, but like I didn't know that's what it was, and I just was seeing so much shit. They had so much stuff there, like even though it was the Comic-Con, they had like I was telling Ray, there was games tournaments, they had prizes, they gave out all this. Like if you had a child, and today actually is a Kids Day, they would be like going crazy.
That's why I was real happy that you posted about it and you put up pictures and things. Cause it already it touched one of our friends, Bruce. He was like, "I'm going today."
Yeah,
like that's cool, man. Because there's a lot of people that aren't going to know about it, and I'm sure he just figured out about it. You know what I'm saying? Just by seeing your post. So I'm like, damn, that's good that you posted that. And I wanted to put that up on our page too, so people could see. You know what I'm saying? In the surrounding area, maybe if we all talk about it, it'll come back around.
I hope it does, because it was nice and it was really dope. So that's my nerd moment.
Yeah. So on to this. On to darker news.
Let's now get back to your regularly scheduled program.
Let's get to the assholeness of it.
This is where we're going to start to piss people off.
Right. Goodbye, everybody. The transgender thing. Now, last week I think we talked about it as far as Trump banning transgenders. We really went in on that, and that was all positive. That was all a good thing. Everything. Not Trump banning it, right? Not Trump banning it, but a lot of the backlash that Trump got for his comment. A lot of that backlash was like, okay, this is cool. This is a good thing. And then this week I started to see some things go overboard. Mm-hmm. I think a lot of this was due to Trump mentioning it. It became like a bigger topic than what it already was. Kind of the I think that's called the Streisand effect, where something's not really being hit that hard, and then when you mention it, it becomes 10 times worse. So I think it was Lil Duval. I don't want to say the wrong person. That was on the Breakfast Club.
I can tell you.
Okay.
So Lil Duval. Now, mind you, he made a comment. He says that if I meet somebody and I'm in a relationship with them, and I'm led to believe that this is a woman, and then they later come back and tell me that they were a man, he said the emotion that would take over me, I can't lie. He was like, I would probably kill him. And so that got turned into, he was saying you should harm transgenders. No, he specifically said, if we are involved in a relationship, one, I have the right to know. And two, the emotion of you telling me this information for me to believe that you're a woman and you're not, he said, regardless of what you turn yourself into, you were still a man. And he said he would kill him. He did not say go kill and hurt trans people. He did not say, he hates trans people. Now, immediately after he says this, everybody that was in the Breakfast Club, Charlamagne, they all said, no, you can't say this. Envy, Angelique, they're like, no, you can't say that. But still, they had a boycott the Breakfast Club, and of course, he was receiving hate mail.
Right.
Charlamagne was going on doing like book tours, and people were showing up and arguing with him, and it turned into transgenders versus everybody, and it's just like, what he said, I'm sorry, this might not be popular, but I'm going to say it too. I can understand. Yeah, if we have a relationship and you don't tell me you used to be a guy, and I later find out after we've done all this other stuff, I would like to know up front if that's what you are. Of course I would walk away, but this whole, love me for who I am and not what I used to be. No, you did used to be a guy. I have a bad temper too. I know I do. That would be an emotion where something could happen. I'm not saying I would murder anybody. I'm not saying that you should ever hurt anybody.
Right.
I'm saying I get pissed off when people cut me off.
Right.
So if that were to happen, now my feelings is involved, some shit could happen, is what I'm saying.
I can understand where he's coming from. It's an emotional thing.
Yeah.
This wasn't an attack on transgenders
at
all, in my opinion. I don't think he was forcibly trying to be like, I want to harm I want all this, that. I don't think that was it at all. Right. I don't believe that he meant any ill will towards the people of that community. What I do believe is that he doesn't want to be tricked or confused into thinking something, because he's looking for a particular thing.
Right.
And I know you identify with that particular female or male or whatever you decide to be, and we all agree that's fine. We don't mind. If you want to be that person, you want to change your gender, that's fine. Let somebody know.
Mm-hmm.
That's all they're asking. I don't think that's asking too much, because you're proud of who you are. Mm-hmm. You're proud of what you become, and I'm sure you went through a hell of a lot to get there. I couldn't imagine how much you went through to get there. The ridicule, the pain, all that. I'm sure it was tough. But also, there's no reason that you can't respect somebody's view as far as I just want to know.
Right.
That just seems fair.
Well, I look at it like this. We have been dragging Usher through the coals off of something what we think happened. We still don't actually know.
Right.
But everybody's like, well, why couldn't he say anything? Exactly. So if you are a transgender individual, everybody has a right to know. And then like you said, I mean, if they care enough about you, they'll accept you for who you are. However, deception is deception. We can dress the shit up if you want.
Right.
But you lied. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And if you don't tell people stuff, I mean, that goes for STDs, that goes for if somebody lies about being married, you're for the most part done with that person.
Mm-hmm.
So, hey, this is who I used to be. Do you wish to continue? If he likes you,
Especially before sex gets involved. Especially before sex gets involved. All that, like back in the day, there was this trope. There was this thing where, oh, I know that's a man.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's complete surgery and technology has come
Hormones.
such a long way, and it is a completely different thing. And like I said, I'm sure it was a hard road. I'm sure it was a painful road. And y'all have done a lot to change the outlook and the views on transgender. So I mean, respect. That's hard to do. We have, black people haven't even completely, done that yet. So respect. But as far as all the changes and everything, people still want to know what they're getting into. And I just think that's fair in any situation. Now, as far as you brought up Usher, like you said, Usher should have told those women that he had herpes.
Mm-hmm.
And
we've been blasting
him for
so we can't have it. Like I said, I think a couple episodes ago, I said we can't pick and choose when we want to have morals or when we want to follow the Bible. And so the biggest thing is if I specifically want to know anything, whether it's were you married, do you have children, whatever it is.
Yeah, I think we need to open that up. That book is, that's fair.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's a book. It needs to be open. I think I need to see exactly where you're coming from, what you're talking about, what you've been through as far as, and just be serious about the relationship. Just don't go around getting people into something they don't understand. We've told that to everybody, every walk of life.
And it's not, like you said, it's not just we've told that about men. Y'all need to be real with your situations. Women, you need to be real with your situations. I'm going to give you a story why this is important. I dated a chick who actually dated her. You know what I mean? Talked to her on the phone, text, all that stuff. We were talking, went on dates. I finally come to the chick's house. It's like 3 months later. Sitting there chilling. Next thing I know, wham, starts crying. Whoa, the fuck is that? Oh, that's my child. Your child? Whose kid? My child. And I was like, I believe the first thing out of my mouth when I asked her, did you have any children? She was like, yeah, but I wanted you to like me for me. And then figure out if that's how you really felt.
Right.
You fucking lied to me.
Right.
I never saw her again. So like I said, I'm not picking on transgender.
Half truth is a whole lie.
Yes. I'm not picking on transgender. Whatever you do, that's what you do. But it's just about deception. A lie is a lie.
Yeah.
So that's my biggest thing.
So Bobby Valentino, the way he handled his was classic. His comments.
He was a politician.
Yeah, he was
Very positive. I don't know if you guys know what we're talking about. Bobby Valentino was caught with a couple.
He had a party.
Transgenders, and basically instead of him
Go
being
down, I just want to get to know you. No, you don't, Bobby. No, you don't.
Then
Apparently,
again,
you don't.
like they've been saying, no, he's looking for some wee. But anyway, he said instead of if for the people who don't know, he got caught with some transgenders, and he said instead of you guys making memes about him, why don't you show that he's been passing out turkeys and he's been doing things for the community, which was a valid point. However,
we don't know that stuff.
You should actually probably put that out there. Like, it's cool. Like, I'm one of those people, like, I do a lot of stuff that I don't want to take credit for. However, I don't want to bring it up when I'm doing something negative. So, well, yeah, y'all might have caught me with some transgenders, but what about me passing out book bags? Like, I mean, you still got caught with that.
Right.
That doesn't, okay. That doesn't negate what we saw.
Right.
That doesn't stop what was seen, sir. And guys alike, you know, we got to stop getting to a point to when we are caught red-handed about things that we do deflection. We talk about our president does that shit. A lot of politicians do that shit. I mean, a lot of guys I know, every time they say, well, what about, what about me paying your bills, bitch? Well, yeah, she still caught you with her fucking secretary. Like,
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
That doesn't negate anything, so to speak. So, I mean, listen, we're in a different world where things are changing. So I think if you like certain things, you like them, be whoever you are. However, just like, you know, with that situation, there's really no way to actually, you know, talk about it because he got caught red-handed.
Right, he did get caught red-handed. There was no way to get around it. It's one of those things where you take the years, you know what I'm saying? Like back in the day when Eddie Murphy got caught.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Or there was another one, I can't remember the other one. But you take that.
Mr. C.
Yeah.
PJ.
You take those, and it was ridicule. Like, flat out ridicule. You could not get away from him. Now that he can answer questions like that, or approach his fans like that, and be like, "Hey, those are pretty funny." But look, why don't y'all do something else? You know what I'm saying? I thought that was genius. I thought it was like, okay, he's not going after people like other cats come. You come for me in my comments, I'm coming right back, bro. It's real out here. Fuck you.
Jaheim trying to fight people.
Jaheim.
when
The
he's talking
internet
about
is not going to lose.
Yes. And there's always somebody who is funny as hell who you can't say shit like, damn, that's a good. I'm sure somebody's going to say when we get famous. I mean, somebody's going to probably say something like, oh my God, he's bald, he's fat. I'm working on it, bitch. But you know what I'm saying? Like,
if y'all wonder why I keep pulling my shirt, I lost 22 pounds. So, this shirt didn't fit for a long time, and this is one of my favorite shirts. So, I keep pulling. So, when y'all decided we do get up there and you decide to make fun of me,
yeah.
fuck you.
Yeah.
Trust no.
And that's the thing, though. Like, you got to be able to take a punch.
Yeah.
I know people are going to say shit about me. I know it's going to happen. But,
Right.
okay.
How I come at them in the comment sections will be much better than just trying to attack every single comment individually. I'm not going to attack all you unless I absolutely just feel that way, because I know Cordell can. He will go back.
I'm getting better.
Back to back.
I'm getting better about that because I have realized that I cannot continue to invest my time with chopping stuff down. Only thing I can worry about is not being caught with people I'm not supposed to be with at the time and not doing illegal shit. You can't make fun of me about that. You call me old or you call me fat or some shit like that. Okay.
Right.
Fuck your girl.
So questions.
Oh, shit.
Oh, shit.
This guy.
I will pull questions on somebody in a heartbeat. Because we're live. We're on YouTube. So I just want to make sure that you see how hard I hit them with the quick questions, man.
Okay, what is an instant turnoff for you that will make you completely stop talking to a potential love interest?
Potential love interest.
Instant turnoff.
Instant turn off for me is smoking. I hate smokers. It's just a turn off. I don't like it. I never have liked it. What else? Instant turn off is no ambition. I talk to you and you don't seem like you really want anything other than what you have. Sit you on the porch with a 40 and talk to your homegirls all day for the rest of your life, and you're good. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to worry about it. So I don't know. You go ahead and answer that. Let me do something real quick. Be right back.
My answer for instant turnoff, ugly feet. Sorry. Your feet are ugly, my feet are ugly. I want the complete opposite of myself. I don't want anything to do with I have a big belly. I don't want you to have a big belly. I'm bald headed. I don't want you to be bald headed. You know, I don't want you to look anything like me. I don't want to be twins. I don't want anything that reminds me of myself. As he said, no ambition. I can't stand when I meet people and they be like, oh, well, if I got $20 in my pocket, I'm all right. What?
Right.
Like, what?
You don't want to do better?
Right.
You don't want more than $20 in your pocket? You want to eat something other than cereal for dinner?
Yes. and also, I hate people.
Not that anything's wrong with cereal.
If I can tell you're bullshitting. I was a bullshitter when I was growing up. Not really a bullshitter, but I can pick up bullshit. So I hate those people who, if I meet your representative immediately and I figure out that's your representative, I'm turning the fuck off.
Right.
Fuck out my face.
Right.
That's question number one. Thanks, Allie, for that.
Thanks, Allie. Girl's named Allie. It's a turn off. No, I'm joking. It's a turn on. That's a perfect name. Go ahead.
This is kind of a real serious question, so we're just going to call her Miss King. How many of you thought that you would be married by now and aren't yet? Do you think the problem is you or the people that you choose? Well, Miss King, Ray actually, you know,
I'm a married man.
Married. Desi is engaged, and you know Omar he's going through. He's actually about to be married on October, so I'll answer that. The problem was me. I'm very hard headed. I see things about people, and I was guilty of trying to I don't want to say change, but actually try to enlighten. But now that I'm older, I realize that you have to come already assembled. I can't build you and create you into what I need you to be. You have to already be that. So I'll say it's been my fault, actually. So I did think I was going to be married by now, but the shit's not looking good.
I will tell you like this. If it's not meant to be for that situation, it's nobody's fault. You just didn't work. You know what I'm saying? Like, if those two pieces don't fit together and it didn't work out, it just didn't work out. It's not... It can be who you're choosing. Mm-hmm. Of course, it can be that. But at the end of the day, people like to take figuring out that you don't need to be with somebody as a negative. Mm-hmm. That's not a negative. When people get divorced, that's a positive. That's a positive thing. These are two volatile pieces that don't belong together, that need to be separated. Like we were saying, people need to celebrate getting divorced. Mm-hmm. Like that's a thing to be happy about because you're finally getting back on track to where you should be. Now, marriage is equally as, celebratable to me. I think, they're both along the same lines. I think people being happy is more important than trying to hold something together that's not working. So as far as, is it anybody's fault? No, it's not anybody's fault. You just figured out that you don't need to be together. It's like putting together a puzzle and you're like, you trying to put the puzzle together, trying to get these pieces. You're figuring out these pieces don't go together. That's a good thing. That's progress. Mm-hmm. In every way, shape, and form, that's progress. So you need to kind of feed into that. Like, make sure that when you... Because people have this thing, like, if I let this relationship go, I failed this relationship. You didn't fail the relationship. That's not how that works.
It's the public perception. One of my exes, not my last ex, but the ex prior to this one, she allegedly is with this guy, and she was just like, everybody always thinks of all my relationships are perfect, and I don't want to be seen as, like, I'm the problem. I'm like, so you're going to stay where you're not happy? But she's weak mentally where she can't face the music.
Right.
I be letting people know, I ain't shit. Okay? I'm fucking single because I'm an asshole, and I'm not willing to actually settle for bullshit. And I'm not saying somebody has to be perfect, but I'm just not going to tolerate certain shit. It's not going to happen.
Right. So, which is, that's how it should be. I just want people to know, like, if you're not married, you're not losing. Like, you're not feeling the game is not over because you're not married. Like, yes, that is the final, step. Like, you will get there, but don't think just because by now you're not married, you've lost the race. Like, it's not over. You can still keep going. You don't have to be woe is me or fall into deep depression because you're 37 and not married yet. I mean, you can
I'm glad you put that number up high because shit is not looking good.
You're on the down slope.
Jesus Christ. People like, when you gonna have kids and get married? Shit, I don't know. Man.
I mean, I was a late bloomer, so I can tell you right now, it's 10,000 times better. Knowing where you're at and having your feet planted and then having kids, that shit works. That shit is great. It's not blood. That's A-okay. That shit is wonderful, man. I enjoy knowing, okay, I know where my kids are going to be. I know what's going on. I didn't, have them so early that I don't know what to do. I know. Sit your ass down, get a whooping. I've seen other people whoop the shit out of their kids. I know how to do it. Been whooping kids forever.
Listen, man, I'll be literally walking up, and especially when I meet people like, this shit's not going to work, I'm fucked. Okay. Next question is, 4 out of 7 nights, my man is left to masturbate because I sometimes go to sleep. Is it his fault or is it my fault?
Wait. Run that back. In the beginning?
4 out of 7 nights, my man is left to masturbate because I'm sleepy. I don't understand, is it my fault or his fault? So I actually, this is a good thing. If you send me a question that's kind of open-ended, I responded back. And so I said, you know, is his sex drive really high? I'm like, you know, are you cheating on him? You know, what exactly is happening to where if you know you're going to sleep and you know he's masturbating, there's a fucking problem. Like, I have to draw from my own personal experience. I was with my ex-fiance. I completely called the whole marriage off just because we weren't fucking enough. Like, seriously, she had a really bad attitude, and like, I'm like, we're not fucking enough for me to deal with this dumb shit. Like, seriously, like, that's it.
That's fair enough. Yeah.
So it's like in a situation like that, if you know you're going to sleep and you know he's masturbating, if I'm in the bed with somebody and we can't have sex and there's no children, I need to leave or I'm going to cheat. So if you know you're going to sleep, she didn't tell me if she had any medication. I don't know why you jacking off if you got a girlfriend though. Like I'm sorry.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing.
And no kids are involved, so you can't put that in. There is no children.
No children? I was about to bring up children too. I was
no,
like,
I know they change
kids
shit.
fuck up everything.
Trust me.
They don't change shit. They fuck it up. Kids fuck shit up. They're
like little broke assholes.
Right. Little drunk people, as people say. No, but okay, so that's a lot. I mean, it depends on what the sex drive is. I don't know what her sex drive is, and his is maybe they don't match up. We did a whole long extended show on sex drives and shit not too long ago. So I mean, you could definitely look that up and have a sit down and listen to that. But as far as just like she's just letting this happen and she knows it's happening, and is she kind of getting more and more comfortable with the situation? Not cool. Like, fix it. Do something about it. Just don't continue to let that happen. 37 Nights is more your fault than his. He's masturbating because he has to. Like, why is that his fault? Because he wants to be, you know what I'm saying? Is he too horny for you? If that's the case, like we said before, try to find your niche. Try to get more horny, I guess.
I mean, this is my whole thing about the situation is that if you know you're going to sleep, like, and you know he's horny, that is an open invitation. Because I need people to understand. I have, and this is I know this person very well. She's a great person as far as she takes care of her business. She's educated. However, this is going to sound horrible, but it's a fact. Regardless of all that shit, a man wants to fuck.
Right.
So you can be, I got my own crib, and I got my money, and I got my career, and I'm educated, whatever. But if y'all not fucking, he will fuck somebody who has none of what you have, but she's fucking.
Yeah.
It's convenience. So.
Definitely. Yeah. So, I mean, he shouldn't have to do that if he's actually looking for you to step up and be the woman he needs you to be.
Yeah.
That's just your fault. Now, like I said before, maybe there's something you could take. Maybe there's something you could talk about. There's a reason why. Are you worried about getting pregnant? Are you worried about him? Is he cheating? Is it STDs? It's got to be something keeping you from just saying, okay, let's just do this tonight.
There got to be a clock in your head to be like, okay, it's been a while. Ain't nothing. And I asked her, I was like, are there any outstanding factors? She said she's not on any prescriptions. She just says that she's tired, she works, and then she'll just go to sleep and she don't feel like it. That's cute. But that's selfish. Because, I mean, honestly, if he, and I asked her this, because this is the first time. Normally, if y'all send me a question, I'll just answer shit on the show, whatever.
Right.
I'm going back and forth on her. This was like 8 deep. We're going back. And I was like, I mean, would you be mad if he cheated? She said, yes. I said, you're leaving the brother no option.
Right.
I should not sleep next to you every night and jack off. That's I'm sorry. That doesn't make any sense.
Right.
So.
Right.
Yeah, that makes no sense.
That's sad.
Yeah. So pray for that brother. Yeah, I call brothers like that Sleepy Hollow. They're the headless horseman, and that's what I was like. I mean, do you give him head? She's like, no, I don't believe in that. Whew. So.
She said no head.
No head.
See, now you got a real problem.
You're a fucking selfish ass person.
Yeah, now you're being an asshole.
That's
because
what I said.
At some point, you got to at least give up that to make up even.
Compensation.
Right.
You got to keep them joints empty, man.
That's just not fair. You got different kind of fucked up right there.
Listen, man. I tell no lies.
I'm looking for this question I seen.
Oh, I got another one still.
Okay.
Yeah, so I got one. See, you made me look up and I be losing my place. Okay, so Cordy Lowe. This is what the guy called me.
Cordy Lowe.
He said, I met this fine ass chick that works in my job. She's in a different department. She's beautiful. She has long hair. She has a great body. The only thing that's wrong with her is she has something happen, and I don't know her well enough to ask, but she is missing an arm. He said, I really like the chick, but the arm is killing me. Should I proceed to try to get to know her or walk away? Truthfully speaking, with a situation like that, if somebody's beautiful, they're beautiful. Now, if you can look past the injury or the, her missing the arm, the deformity or whatever, I mean, that's fine. I think that, the one arm doesn't stop her from loving you and doesn't stop her from raising her children. He works for the state.
I'm sorry, that wasn't.
She works for the state.
It's the way you said it.
I mean, if you really feel that way,
children,
I mean,
I'm sorry.
Well, she can lift the children, but
go on. Maybe we'll edit that out. Maybe we won't.
No,
go ahead.
We're not going to edit that out. It's no fun. Okay, just look at it like this. I mean, if you cheat, she ain't going to be beating your ass. She got one arm.
Right.
No, I'm joking.
We'll edit that. No, I'm joking. Go ahead.
No, I mean, I'm just saying. Like, I was like, well, let me see what she looked like. I mean,
don't be shallow.
Yeah, don't be
shallow. You know
shallow.
what I'm saying? If you really feeling her on that level, you will definitely get over that. It's not.
And she clearly has a great job because he works for the state. So,
right.
She's clearly has made it this far doing whatever she does. And if she's fine, he says she got some pretty feet. So, you know what I'm saying? Go ahead. If she's fine, whatever, man. I don't. That wouldn't have stopped me. She's clearly functioning. She clearly has a job. She has a career.
She's independent. You don't have to support her. So, so
that's fine. And plus, it ain't like two arm heifers. It ain't silly anyway. You know what I mean?
People put up with me and I'm fat as hell. That's a fucked up function right there. I like to eat, and that is a fucking handicap in my book. So I'm just going to say it right now. There's people that, have a problem, and if don't feel like that one person, don't be that person that's like, oh man, I don't want to be the person with, this person because of, like, really look beyond all that. Look, because a lot of it is how you want people to perceive you. You know what I'm saying? True. You want people to look at you like, oh, I have this perfect life, perfect wife, perfect kids, and you don't have to have that. Like, that's not a necessity for you to be happy.
That is actually very important what he just said. We, a lot of times, date off of how we want society to perceive us. Like, we want to have the pretty wife or the buff husband and the good looking, they got their shit together because it's your own insecurity. Because if somebody's a good person, they're a good person. Yep. So regardless if they look like Rasputia from Norbit or if they look like
Rasputia from Norbit.
Halle Berry, it's like, okay, well, Rasputia might actually cook, clean, take care of the household, maintain, have her own money, do her thing. But then you got that fine ass Halle Berry who don't do shit.
Right.
So it's like, it doesn't matter. It's about what you want and what you really want. Don't never date people off of the perception of
what society's gonna get, what kind of look they're gonna give you. Because people like that whole, I'm gonna go out with my girl, she gonna stunt, we gonna wear these outfits and look all nice and shit. Nobody cares. Mm-hmm. Nobody cares. No. When your girl walks by, it's for 1 second. You're for 1 second. Somebody might look up and say, "Oh, nice," but nobody cares. Nobody's gonna be talking about you all night. People are wrapped up in their own shit. People have their own stuff to talk about. I only notice 2% of the people when I go out. That's my waiter and the guy who took my car. They're the only two people I'm worried about. Right. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, the person or the people I'm with, those are the people that I'm talking to. Those are the people 100% eye contact. I'm invasive. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get what you're saying. I'm paying attention to you. I'm not paying attention to the 360 view around me.
Don't be the person who has a $2,000 bag but no cash in your purse. Think about that. There goes a message.
Yeah, definitely. That's a good one.
The next one I had, I believe this is going to be my
full of questions tonight, people.
Yeah, they was ready, man. I have an individual who says, my wife says that I actually work too much and she wants us to do more things. Honestly, I've been working so much, I forgot what she likes. So what are your ideas for things that we can do as couples? Jesus, man. Listen, I'm as a single guy, I'm going to just go ahead and give you, that disclosure. out what you like. I mean, women love being attended to and pampered. So, as a couple, go get Massage Envy. That's where I prefer. Go get couples massages. Go get pedicures together, manicures. Now, I know most dudes are like, that's taboo. I'm not letting nobody do that. Hell, if your wife is about to leave your ass, you better do it. You know what I'm saying? So if she wants some time, she wants that quality time. So go get y'all's feet together. Done. He's in Ohio, so there's a cabin, Hocking Hills?
Yeah.
Go away for a weekend. Turn the phones off. Bring your pistol, just in case. Just go away. Just to show her, like, hey, babe, I do care. Yeah, I'll be working. But I don't need to be away from you to love you, so to speak. Just show her that you can do that. What would you suggest?
One of the things I suggest always is talking. Talk. And the thing is, I'm starting to realize people are afraid to bring up conversations with their significant other because they are afraid to find out how much they don't link up on things. Don't worry about it. If your significant other doesn't do politics like you, they'll have something else to talk. You guys have to interact beyond the kids, beyond the. I mean, if you don't have kids, then you really got a lot of work to do. Beyond the smaller things or the day-to-day mundane life, like how was work? How was, you know what I'm saying? Link up beyond that. Link up beyond sex. Definitely take more time to talk about your goals, dreams, aspirations, because those things might change over time. You might find out something new about somebody. You're like, I didn't know that. I didn't know you didn't like
Cocker Spaniels.
I don't know.
Right.
Yeah, like, do you like dogs? You know, it's like,
right.
Bring things up that are common through your day. If you went past your light, you know what I'm saying, and it just seems, like for me, I had to learn this the hard way. Like, even if I got cut off by a school bus, and it was just something that's out of the ordinary. Like, that has happened to me before, and I brought it up, and it made this big, long, huge conversation. I remember it to this day, and I'm like, that was really something dumb and small and insignificant, but it doesn't happen all the time. And it was just one of those things that we just talked for a very long time off of that. One thing led to another, one conversation led to... So, talk. You know what I'm saying? That's always what I say. Also, go to WizardCon. Do that shit. Like, no, just like, find something in the paper that's happening, save up for it, and fucking go to it. Like, if you haven't done Monster Truck Jam before, and you're like, I've never done that, I probably won't like that. Fuck it.
Right.
You're in a relationship. Right. Like, try
and
it.
It's all about
like
experiments.
Yeah.
So just in case,
that could be your thing for the next 5 years. Like, you just be like,
oh, you went bungee jumping. I thought you were afraid of heights. Well, shit, I was trying to shut her ass up. I was hoping that shit snapped, but shit, she's still here. We still got
you never know it's going to turn into an amazing event that you're like, we're going to this every year. Like, you could be like, fucking WizardCon's coming next year. It came this year. We went to go see it. We hung out. We enjoyed it. We're going again.
Plus, you do what I like. I do what you like, so to speak. Or, like, something else that you said. There is nothing wrong with your significant other and y'all being completely opposite.
Right.
Y'all can like different shit, but as long as y'all love each other, the love is why you're supposed to be.
Yeah, and you
I don't want to hear nobody just like me. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
I mean, definitely, and I'm not just talking about money. You know what I'm saying? Because everything I mentioned there is probably going to cost you some money. There's a wonderful riverfront downtown. If you haven't been there in a while, take your ass downtown. Take your girl. Talk. Walk. Find something to talk about. Be an interesting person. Find something to talk about. Just don't have useless conversation for every situation. Like, just we walk in and just enjoying the air. Like, don't do that. Find something to talk about. You know this person. You know what they like. If you don't, maybe you don't need to be together.
Right.
Like, know this person. So I don't know. That just sounds like easy fix to me.
Plus, I want to just go ahead and say, because I was reading through some of the story before he asked me that. His wife actually wants to do stuff, but he is the primary breadwinner. So his whole big thing is like, well, how are we going to support this lifestyle if you keep wanting these different things and he's, the main one. So on that thing, what I will say to him is, his wife got to chill out. Because if she is not contributing to these dreams and these aspirations, that's one-sided. So, of course I'm working. It ain't like he's just working to stay away. Like, he actually is legitimately working, and I did not read that until I got to the question.
Well, in that case, I do want to say, it's okay to want for things, but be sure to plan well ahead.
Yeah.
So you can save small amounts and still meet all the requirements to get by in your life. And if he's the main breadwinner, make sure you're working within the limits of his pocket. Don't ask to go to Greece.
Right.
Don't ask to go to Paris. Like, no, that's out. Unless we're going to save up 5 years. You know what I'm saying? Like, these things have to be saved up. You just can't pop up and want to go these crazy places and want to do all this stuff, and you don't have no money.
Right.
That's not how that works. You know what I'm
And
saying?
that, I didn't want to say it like that, but exactly. Like, if he is the primary, and, you know, this goes back to the conversation that we had last week as far as, you know, women wanting a guy who is the head of the household and who's paying all the bills. Well, there are certain sacrifices that come with that. So he said he's actually working like 70 hours a week to try to support this lifestyle of hers. Now, she has a job, but she's not doing what he does. And so it's just like, yeah, from the outside looking in, if you're working just a regular 40 and I'm working 70, but I'm trying to support and hold this household down, you need to actually, you know, make time for me too, so to speak.
Right.
Whereas I'm working a whole other 30 more hours than you are, of course it's going to look weird. And yeah, you might sit there and be lonely, but you also have to be smart enough to know that I'm trying to support our lifestyle that you want.
Right.
So that was it for my questions.
I agree. So that's it. We definitely have gone to a good amount of time. I just want to tell everybody that next week will be our 60th show.
Woo!
And people usually celebrate their 50th, but you know what? I said fuck it because so much was going on. We're going to celebrate the 60th episode. This is the 59th. Dad should be here next week. He'll probably be sitting somewhere around there. But tune in. It's going to be an extravaganza.
Yeah!
Okay. So we're going to have a good-ass time. We're going to have some games, probably something. I'm going to work up something. We've got a new skit coming up this week. Very funny. If you haven't seen the last skit, go over to the YouTube page. Check out Lab Cabin on YouTube. Everything's changed around on there now. It doesn't look like just me sitting there inviting you in to go watch. So also go over to the Lab Cabin on Facebook. Check out the old skit we just did. It was very funny. Plenty of views, so you know it wasn't just like this was a shot in the dark and we got like 10 views. It's plenty of views, so it must have been funny. Everybody, please go enjoy, support, help, subscribe. There's a subscribe button and the like button. It's right there. Just when I see 10 new people have viewed the page and I didn't see any likes,
yeah, that confuses me.
It confuses me because I know there's something funny on there.
I see people who literally beg. They be begging. We just said fucking like the page. Share the shit. For Christ's sake. We haven't said, hey man, go contribute now. We might get to a point we do that. But right now, we're not doing that.
Oh, yeah.
You know
we might get to that point where we need to have a Patreon to make the show better. But right now, we just want you to acknowledge it with the little hit the like. I mean, we really appreciate it. It
y'all
really
gotta
helps us
understand
out.
how this works. Is enough of y'all like this, then we will have people who actually sponsor this, and then y'all ain't got to do shit.
See, there you go.
Just saying.
Yeah, just help your people out, man. We really appreciate it. Trust me, I love every single one of y'all. To our cabin nights, there's 2 of them now. Ernest and Don, both of y'all, we appreciate you. If you want to become a cabin night, just like, share, comment, subscribe. You know what I'm saying? It's not that difficult. Get your name mentioned. Everybody who becomes a cabin night, we pick the cabin nights, all right? We know who they are. And
Appreciate
I'll
it.
mention you on here, man. I'll get to mention you on here. As long as it doesn't take 30 minutes just to mention people.
Shout out to once again Billy Frank. Thank you again, buddy, for that ticket. I appreciate you. Opened my eyes to some shit that not even know what's going on.
Right.
Thank you again. Appreciate you.
Also, another person that I see a lot on our page, Tim Tyrus.
Tim Tyus. That is
Tyus.
actually one of my childhood friend's brothers. So I thank you so much, Tim. Appreciate you, buddy.
See him a lot on the page. He likes a lot of
older
stuff.
brother of mine. His
Right.
brother's actually
Appreciate
like my
it.
brother. So. Thank you, Tim Tyus.
Your sister, thanks a lot.
Oh,
Appreciate everything she does. They still, argue and talk shit, but they love each other. So we're gonna end the show. You guys have a good week. Enjoy yourselves. Thank you for watching. Thank you for coming by. This is our first YouTube. So hit a lot,
Share, like, subscribe,
a
all
lot
that
of
shit.
it. Like all this is just for today. All this is gonna change. It's gonna have different
Logos,
stuff. This is
all
all
that.
just for now. All right. So See you later.